Biedronka, Poland's energy colossus. Let's not overlook PZU. And then there's PGE. Have you ever stopped to think about who really drives an entire nation's economy? Not in terms of CEOs or politicians, but the employers who keep millions working, families supported, and cities alive? In Poland, a country with a complex history and a fast-evolving economy, the answer is fascinating. It's not just about banks or government offices. It's about supermarkets, mines, power plants, tech hubs and institutions you pass by every day without a second thought. Today we're exploring the biggest employers in Poland and the stories behind the companies that shape everyday life for millions of Poles. And trust me, some of the names might surprise you. If you enjoy peeling back the layers of a country's economy to see who's really holding things together, you're in the right place. This video's for you. And if you love this kind of content and want even more behind-the-scenes breakdowns, consider joining the channel as a member. You'll get access to bonus content and help us keep delivering these deep dives without relying on clickbait. Let's start with a name that's practically unavoidable if you've spent any time in Poland, Biedronka. With around 84,000 employees, it's not just the biggest private employer in Poland, it's a national fixture. Whether you're in a major city or a rural village, there's a good chance there's a Biedronka nearby. Owned by Jeronimo Martins, a Portuguese company, Biedronka has managed to blend local relevance with international scale. But it's not just about the number of stores. Each one represents a mini workforce of cashiers, managers, logistics staff and supply chain operatives. It's a machine, and for many small towns in Poland, it's the primary or even only major employer. That kind of scale gives Biedronka a unique role, not just as a retailer, but as a stabilizing force in Poland's job market. Now, contrast that with Orlen, Poland's energy colossus. Orlen employs nearly 67,000 people and spans across oil refining, fuel stations, petrochemicals, and even media in recent years. Its footprint isn't just national, it stretches into neighboring countries as well. What makes Orlen stand out isn't just its size, but its centrality to Poland's infrastructure. From powering vehicles to keeping the lights on in your home, Orlen's influence is felt every single day. And with global energy markets constantly shifting, Orlen isn't just reacting, it's strategizing, acquiring, and expanding. For thousands of engineers, analysts, and skilled workers, it's not just a job, it's national service. Let's not overlook PZU. With around 44,000 employees, this company is the backbone of Poland's insurance industry. PZU isn't just selling policies, it's managing risk at a national scale. And that means employing thousands in customer service, finance, tech, legal and medical administration. What many people don't realize is how interwoven PZU is with the Polish government and state systems. It's often seen as a safe job, offering long-term career paths in an increasingly gig-based world. If you're looking for a symbol of economic stability in Poland, PZU is high on that list. And then there's PGE, or Polska Grupa Energetyczna, the largest electricity producer in the country. Employing around 41,000 people, this state-owned giant is responsible for powering Poland, literally. From coal-fired power stations to wind farms, PGE is at the front lines of Poland's energy transition. What's fascinating is how PGE manages the dual role of legacy industry and future innovation. Thousands of its workers are in traditional energy jobs, mining coal, maintaining grids, but thousands more are being retrained or recruited into green energy roles. This transformation is not just environmental, it's economic, social, and generational.
Next up, KGHM Polska Miedź. Based in Lubin, KGHM employs over 34,000 people and is one of the world's largest producers of copper and silver. But this isn't just mining. It's metallurgy, international trade and regional development rolled into one. Mining towns in Lower Silesia owe their very existence to KGHM. Without it, local economies would collapse. And beyond Poland, KGHM operates mines in Canada, the US and Chile. That makes it one of the few Polish firms with truly global industrial influence. And what about Poland's tech side? Enter Asseco Poland, the quiet titan of software. With over 32,000 employees, Asseco is proof that Poland's economy isn't just about hard hats and factories. It's also about keyboards and code. Asseco develops software for everything from banks to governments, and its systems run quietly in the background of everyday life. You might never see the Asseco logo, but chances are their code touches your data at some point. And in an era where digital services are as essential as electricity, companies like Asseco aren't just employers, they're infrastructure. But let's go beyond the private sector. The public institutions in Poland are also among its largest employers. Poczta Polska, the national postal service, has over 64,000 workers. That includes not just postal clerks, but logistics managers, IT specialists, and truck drivers. In a digital age, it's easy to write off the post office. But in Poland, it's still a vital part of the economy, especially for older populations and rural areas. ZUS, Poland's social insurance institution, employs over 43,000 people. Its role? Ensuring pensions, health insurance, and other social services are delivered smoothly. Think of it like the gears behind the country's welfare system. Without it, the system would grind to a halt. There's also PKP Polskie Linie Kolejowe, which handles railway infrastructure and employs over 37,000 people. Polish trains have seen massive modernization in the last decade, and this workforce keeps millions moving. It's not just about conductors and station staff, it's engineers, planners, maintenance teams, and safety officials keeping the nation connected. And don't forget Dino Polska, a rising retail chain with over 39,000 employees. It's often seen as Biedronka's main challenger, especially in smaller towns. Dino's aggressive expansion means it's becoming a major player, not just in retail but in employment, logistics, and construction.
So what does this all tell us? It tells us that Poland's workforce is deeply diversified. It's not dominated by one sector or one kind of company. Instead, it's a complex web, retail chains that serve groceries and livelihoods at the same time, energy firms that fuel the economy and employ thousands, tech companies pushing innovation, and public institutions ensuring stability. This mix of private and public, modern and traditional, local and global is what makes Poland's job market resilient. But more importantly, these employers are more than just job machines. They shape culture, they determine what kind of careers are available to young people. They influence migration, rural to urban or abroad and back again. They support families, they anchor small towns, they're a core part of Poland's identity. So next time you walk into a Biedronka, fuel up at an Orlen station or ride a PKP train, remember, you're engaging with an entire ecosystem of employment that keeps the country moving. If you found this video insightful, let us know in the comments which company surprised you most or which employer you'd like us to cover in more detail next time. And don't forget, if this kind of content is your thing, hit that join button and become a channel member. You'll get early access to future videos, bonus content, and you'll help us keep creating deep, thoughtful stories like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.